SCFA football live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Coming up at 6 p.m., Santa Barbara, Antelope Valley. Part of our triple header coverage here tonight, week 5 of SCFA. Also, Mount Sac at Saddleback. Canyons hosting Golden West. Back in a moment here on SoCal College Sports. We are broadcasting live from Lancaster, California. Antelope Valley hosting Santa Barbara. Week 5 SCFA football live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Triple header coverage tonight. Mount Sac at Saddleback, Golden West at College of the Canyons, and right here, Santa Barbara and Antelope Valley. Just a moment away from kickoff here. Both teams coming in looking for a win since week 1. Santa Barbara with a win over Compton in week 1, and then Glendale going down at the hands of the Marauders also in week 1. But the Marauders have had some tough sledding since then. Get to some numbers here for you shortly. Mike Zepeda with you live, hopefully joined by Tom Gang, athletic director here at Antelope Valley. Antelope Valley will kick things off working in the burgundy. Santa Barbara in the white will receive. Luke Kaufman will get things started off for Antelope Valley. Receiving this kick is Patrick Dill. Dill still on his feet near the 25-yard line. And that's where Santa Barbara will get things started off, where it's been tough sledding in terms of health for the Vaqueros. They are down to their third-string quarterback, freshman Jacob Villarreal. We are in the first quarter, just underway. Santa Barbara and Antelope Valley. Villarreal indeed getting the start and hands it off. It's a 2-yard loss on the play. Villarreal out of San Marcos High School from Santa Barbara. 2nd and 12 now here for the Vaqueros. Quick pass out. This one's going to be intercepted. And this might be a pick 6 right off the bat, in for a touchdown. And guess who? DeLon Smith, they call him D-Lo, SCFA Defensive Player of the Week in week 1 versus Glendale. Starts things off with a pick 6 to the house. And Antelope Valley up 6-0, pending an extra point. So DeLon Smith, don't need the offense. We'll just get it done defensively. As Kaufman puts it up, it is 7-0. Antelope Valley striking first blood first, and a rough start for the freshman QB, Jacob Villarreal. You look at the replay here. That one up and good. 14-12 remaining here in the first quarter. You are watching SCFA football, Week 5, Antelope Valley on top of Santa Barbara, 7-0. So just like that, Antelope Valley strikes first blood. Kaufman puts in the extra point. DeLon Smith with a pick 6 in the opening minute of week 5. Kaufman kicks this one out of the back of the end zone. So the Vaqueros will start at their own 25-yard line, and Villarreal will go back to work. Really just unfortunate for Villarreal. That pass was deflected at the line of scrimmage as he was trying to get that out on a quick bubble screen. And that did not work out at all, as it was tipped, and DeLon Smith feasted on it and rumbled in for 6. Clifton Taylor to the right of Villarreal in the offset eye, and this a nice run right off the bat here on the second drive. Tamir Walker. Walker very effective. We saw him early in the year versus College of the Canyons. We see him right here moving the chains. Coming out of the offset eye, Villarreal has his play from the sideline, and he will go to work. And the player to watch in this one, Malik Whitehead for Santa Barbara. A player with a lot of speed on the outside. Walker going to get another run, and he's going to go right up the gut. Big gain here. No flags on the field. This one all the way down. Let's see where they mark him out. He'll be down at the 11-yard line. A 52-yard run for Tamir Walker. They'll give him the 10, so make it 53 yards, and Walker already closer to 100 than he is 0 yards on the evening, and we're just a few plays into the offensive night for Santa Barbara. Big man Roper, tight end. And it looks like the play clock got down to 0 before that went off, and either a freshman mistake or are they going to be awarded the timeout? Well, they signal that there's going to be a timeout call. It looked like the play clock was down to 0. And this is one of those timeouts from a head coach where you have to wake up the defense. They let your guard down after you get the initial pick 6, but you have to be locked in every possession. Obviously, right now, they are on their heels after a big couple of runs from Tamir Walker. And credit that offensive line. I mean, that is parting the Burgundy Sea, if you will, as Antelope Valley has been gashed on the ground in this drive. 11-yard run followed by a 53-yard run from Tamir Walker. And the Vaqueros in business right here, looking to respond after they were pick 6 on their opening drive. Another offset eye power formation. Gropper, Leland Gropper now in motion in the slot. They'll go more power on the left tackle. And Walker churns forward for about 3. Give him 4. He's down to the 6-yard line. Walker, great job after first contact on that play, getting down to the spot. So Tamir Walker looking to have a big night here in Week 5 SCFA football. Again, triple header coverage on SoCalCollegeSports.com. We have Mount Sac at Saddleback, also College of the Canyons hosting Golden West. Barry McKeever on the call for College of the Canyons, and that's some early movement on the offensive line. This one's going to back them up 5. Well, I will say this, in the meat of the field, Antelope Valley tends to give up big plays, but in the red zone, very stingy traditionally, and that's not going to help. The 5 yards will not Santa Barbara after the false start. And you have to be careful here. You wonder, after the opening pick 6, does that affect the play calling? Gropper again on the far side. One-on-one, he's working against DeLon Smith. Near side, R.J. Tolson. A fumble on the field at the 10-yard line. Looks like Santa Barbara was able to get back onto it. So Walker shining early on this drive, but nearly coughed up the football. It's at the 11-yard line. And it's 3rd and goal at the 11. Remember, 11-yard run followed by a 53-yard rumble from Tamir Walker. Set up this drive for the Vaqueros, looking to respond down 7-0 early here, first quarter. Villarreal gets absolutely hammered. And that is a huge play made by German Sherrod, freshman from Palm Beach Lakes High School, West Palm Beach, Florida. How do you do? Villarreal, that one backed up all the way to the 16, so this is going to make this not so much a chip shot. 33-yard field goal. Martin Ulstrom on the kick, this 33-yarder. I have a pretty good view of it as it's up. That might have been deflected. It's wide left. And Santa Barbara, for as good as they were in the run game on this drive, comes up empty. And the score remains 7-0, 11:36 to go in the first quarter. So the Vaqueros looking for their first win since opening week versus Glendale. They had a bye week in week 3. Came off of that, only scoring 7 points. That in the fourth quarter offensively. Offensively, it's been a struggle. This is Tony Bell. Tony Bell churning forward for a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And Bell talked about him, especially in week 1. So effective out of the backfield. He has Division I level talent. Bouncing back here to Antelope Valley. Missed week 2 with concussion-like symptoms. And we have a quick screen out near side. This pass is caught. Clifton Jordan. But Bell recovered since then. Had the bye week a little bit more so to recover. And he is back to work in the backfield for the Marauders. Jordan, Paris Jones in the slot. They'll go to the hurry up. 3rd and short for the Marauders. Bell to his right. Moves forward. I don't know if forward progress is going to get him to where he needed to go. I think Bell's going to be ruled short. Yeah, this is 4th and inches. I think Kaufman's coming on to punt. Oh, they were bluffing at it. And obviously the offense wants to stay out there, but you're up 7-0. Let your defense do some work. Kaufman on to kick it away. Walker back to receive this kick for Santa Barbara. And the way Walker's been running the ball here tonight, definitely want to kick away from him. Kaufman pretty good at that. Special teams has been a bright spot this season. Directional kick towards the near boundary. Walker receives it at about the 30-yard line. He is hammered early on. That's a terrific play made by Keyshawn Young. Keyshawn Young lays the boom on Tamir Walker. Minimal gain on the return. They'll spot him at the 36-yard line, and the Vaqueros will take over on their 3rd offensive drive of the evening. Remember, in the opening minute, DeLon Smith to the house on a pick 6. Only points that we see on the board right now. Happy you've joined us, everybody. Broadcasting live from Lancaster, California on the campus of Antelope Valley. SCFA football live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Jalen Purdue near side, one-on-one. They go back to Walker, and Walker getting nothing there. He's going to lose 3 yards. Make it 4. Back to the 32-yard line. 2nd and 14 coming up. Oh, a different point of emphasis there. Almost looked like a run blitz from the Marauders. Did a great job bottling up Walker. And you have to figure after the opening pick 6, the Vaqueros starting their 3rd string QB on the season in Jacob Villarreal. Likely to be conservative the rest of the way. They go back to Walker. Walker running into a sea of burgundy that time. Nothing there opening up. Minimal gain, maybe gained a yard. 3rd and long for the Vaqueros. 8:52 and counting here in the first quarter. You are watching SCFA football live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. You can catch us on YouTube. Be sure to check out our channel, SoCal College Sports 1. You can catch all of our coverage and the archive copies of all the games. Villarreal. Back to Martin. And that's just 3 straight runs into the gut of the defense. And a quick 3 and out. And the Vaqueros will punt it away. Second punt coming. Lucas Olgiati, who saw a lot of him in week 3. That should be illegal formation. I don't know if you can have 2 men in motion. Likely going to see a flag here at the beginning. Nope. Olgiati barely getting this one off. Olgiati also a linebacker. Bit of a shank there. Let's see where they roll this one going out. I don't even know if this is going to get back to Marauder territory, as the Zebras look like they're about the 47-yard line, and that's where Brian Adams and company will take over. Adams has had his bright spots, also had some lows here in 2018. Adams, a freshman. Big body QB, unbelievable arm. And we've seen him flash that. Derek McDonald has become his favorite target. McDonald 3 touchdowns on the season. The only score last week, a 21-yard hookup between Adams and McDonald. McDonald at the top of your screen. This is a run play for Tony Bell. He's going to get the edge. This is going to be a chunk play and more first down yardage past the 35, inside to the 31. 16-yard carry on the play. Move the chains, a new set of downs. You get that run game going, it's going to open things up a lot on the outside. McDonald and Michael Francis one-on-one. Bell again inside, going to gain about 2. Down to the 30. 7:18 and counting here in the opening quarter. 7-0. Antelope Valley, the Marauders on top of the Vaqueros. Adams reminds me so much of a player we covered at Ventura College 5-6 years ago, Ebon Feathers. Tony Bell, another handoff, looking for a block, cuts it back inside. He has first down yardage again. And it's been a battle of running backs, Tamir Walker and Tony Bell early on here in the first quarter. They'll have him down to the 17-yard line. Give him 13 to his run total. McDonald up top. Jordan at the bottom. You have Paris Jones to the right in the slot. And they go to Bell. Bell with a nice move right at the line. He was going to be stopped maybe for a loss because all over that looked like it was Timothy Nunez, but he sidesteps Nunez and gains positive yardage down to the 15-yard line. Should have been a loss on the play. Instead, it's a 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8 now for the Marauders. Bell will come off. He'll be replaced by Jerron Russell at running back, split out to the right of Brian Adams. Adams, one-on-one. Jordan, touchdown! Clifton Jordan from 15 yards out. And Antelope Valley looking pretty adept there offensively. Let's see if we can catch the replay here. We'll see the replay. That's just a great ball, only where Jordan could get it from Adams. Talked about the massive arm at the disposal of Brian Adams, but how about the touch pass on that one? Extra point up and good. It is 14-0. Antelope Valley on top of Santa Barbara. You're watching SCFA Football Week 5 on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Kaufman to kick this one away. This one's going to be short. It will be taken by Patrick Dill. Dill, 15, 20. We wrapped up around the 25-yard line. It's been tough sledding here early on for the Vaqueros. Opening drive, a pick six. DeLon Smith to the house for the Marauders. The first 7 on the board, and then a 15-yard hookup between Adams and Jordan to extend the lead to 14-0. Marauders on top of the Vaqueros. Remember, triple header tonight here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Mount Sac at Saddleback, Golden West at College of the Canyons. Flag on the field. I wonder if this is going to be early movement. Well, everybody, we'd love to hear from you. Follow us on Twitter at SoCal College SPO. Also on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. And, of course, check out the website, www.socalcollegesports.com. Figure out what the flag is about. Maybe too many men on the field. So 5 yards in the wrong direction for the Marauders. Let's see if they can respond here. They were very poor on the second offensive drive for the Vaqueros as Tamir Walker went crazy on the ground. But they bottled him up after 3 straight runs, a quick 3 and out. And let's see if Santa Barbara maybe changes the play calling script here. Right back to Walker, up the middle. And he'll gain 2, 2nd and 3 coming up. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, you can catch this broadcast on any device that has a YouTube-enabled app. You have a Xbox One, you have an Apple TV, you got a Roku, you got the YouTube app. Use it. SoCal College Sports 1. Catch us on the big screen. Upscale it to 1080p, even 4K. Another power formation. This time, they will hand off. Gain another couple yards. So 3rd and short coming up here for the Vaqueros. An opportunity for the Marauders to get off of the field. Get some scores from around the SCFA here for you shortly. And if you are watching on YouTube, on a computer, or even on a phone, feel free to engage us on the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Well, if you're the Vaqueros, you really need to move the chains here. Man in motion, that's Nick Foster. Foster now in the slot on the left side of the formation. Another offset eye, 3rd and short. And indeed, Walker will get to the marker and move the chains. 4:25 to go here in the first quarter, 14-0. It's been all Antelope Valley from the opening get. Vaqueros did have an opportunity to put points on the board, but they missed from 33 yards out. And that might have been a good field goal, but on that 3rd down, it was a big sack from Jermon Sherrod. Backing up the Vaqueros, eventually missing that field goal opportunity. 1st and 10 from the Vaquero 36-yard line. Foster again in motion. Walker through the line. Hit after first contact. Falls forward for a couple. Up to the 38. And the play calling, as you would expect at this point, very conservative. .335 and counting here in the first quarter. Both teams looking for their 2nd win on the season. Both teams with wins in their opening week. Glendale for Antelope Valley. Compton, who's not won a game this season, victimized by Santa Barbara. And Walker over the left side and absolutely trucks Keyshawn Young. Walker just put somebody on their back, and man, Young, the recipient of that one, a very hard run up to the 43-yard line. They need the 46, so 3rd and 3 coming up for the Vaqueros. Another opportunity for the Marauders to get off of the field. Well, it's been tough sledding here. Coming into last week, into the 4th quarter, the Marauders had not scored a point since the second quarter of the game versus Santa Ana. They get the week 3 bye, but they did not score in the third and fourth quarter of the Santa Ana game. They got shut out en route to a big loss, 37-6 if memory serves. And then in week 4 versus LA Harbor on the road, the only score that they had was third and fourth. Was a 21-yard hookup. Third and 3 after the timeout. And let's see if the Vaqueros can extend this drive here. Look for Jamon Sherrod. He's right all over Walker, and I don't think Walker gets there. Sherrod coming around the end and making a play. We'll see this play here on the replay as Sherrod comes around the end and makes a play. Excuse me, that was not Sherrod. Olgiati. End over end kick picked up by Paris Jones, and Jones can't really do much with it. Takes it at about the 26-yard line, falls forward, and that's where the Marauders will take over. Yards, no return on that kick. 1:53 to go in the opening quarter. Antelope Valley on top of Santa Barbara, 14-0. You are watching SCFA Football Week 5 here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Short shotgun for Brian Adams and the Marauders. And he'll hand off inside. Looked like Bordeaux into the middle. Don't check that. That was Russell. Jerron Russell up the middle. Picks up 3. 2nd and 7 now for Antelope Valley. Well, they've been playing one-on-one coverage up top on the outside. They go to Jones in the slot. Jones with some room in front. Big play, first down yardage for Paris Jones. A beauty. It's a great job there by Jones catching that pass a little bit high, but puts his feet in the ground and makes a play. Adams will go back to work with a fresh set of downs at the 40-yard line. Handoff inside. This will go back to Russell, and Russell churns forward. They'll mark him down at the 42. Second and 8 now, under a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Play action, they go to Paris Jones, and that one deflected at the line of scrimmage, falls incomplete. 3rd and 8 now for the Marauders. That's unfortunate too. If that pass gets through, Jones with a lot of green in front of him. I think the closest guy to him might have been Olgiati, but he was 10 yards away. Excuse me, Olgiati with the defense of that pass. So 3rd and 8 now for the Marauders. Jones completes. Nope. Dropped by Clifton Jordan, and Jordan could hear Olgiati and his footsteps as he came across the middle on a slant. Incomplete. And a quick offensive series and a punt coming from Kaufman for the Marauders, and an opportunity here for Santa Barbara to get the ball back, put some points on the boards. Walker back to receive the kick for Santa Barbara. Kaufman will kick it away. Good kick to the 20-yard line. Walker puts it on the deck, but able to recover. Ooh, second fumble here tonight by Tamir Walker. And you can't be happy if you're head coach Craig Maropoulos with your lead back putting it on the turf multiple times in the ball game. What point does that come back to burn you? But disaster averted for Santa Barbara. Not much on the return. They'll have the ball at their own 18-yard line. Will the Vaqueros? 27 seconds to go. They'll go to the run game. Not much doing there. This will likely be the final play of the opening quarter. Again, Walker with a minimal gain. They'll give him 1, 2nd and 9 coming up. And that will do it for the opening quarter. 14-0 all Antelope Valley. Week 5 SCFA football on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Second and 8. They'll give him an extra yard. For Walker. Walker is absolutely pummeled behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose 1 on the play. That's a terrific job by the front of the defense there for Antelope Valley, creating penetration. German Sherrod, excuse me. Man there. So 3rd and 9 here, and another opportunity for the Marauders to get. Do you go back to Walker? Indeed they will, and Walker will be short of the first down again. He'll get to the 24-yard line, but no more. Needed the 28. And another punt coming for Santa Barbara. We'll spread the word, everybody. If you want to watch this broadcast live, search our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. Triple header coverage tonight. We have College of the Canyons hosting Golden West. Big matchup there. Canyons undefeated on the year, and Golden West only losses on the year have been to Fullerton, nearly beating them in week 1, and they go down to San Diego Mesa. Mesa's good this year. Of course, Mount Sac and Saddleback. Early second quarter, 14-0 Antelope Valley on top of Santa Barbara. Tony Bell in the backfield. Adams in the short shotgun. Early movement there from the Marauders. It's going to back it up 5. Mount Sac on top of Saddleback, 14-0. That one live from Mission Viejo. Short shotgun again for Adams. Adams hands off to Bell, and Bell will be gobbled up. Big hit. Looked like Andreas Burry. Burry, indeed, the first man there, making a play. Second and 15, and that one gets away from Adams. Adams able to fall on it. Huge loss on the play, and it will be third and a zip code coming up for the Marauders. Wheels coming off fast here offensively on this drive for Antelope Valley. Well, the long snap, well, the play at center has been a bit of an issue sometimes this season. They hand off to Bell. Bell nearly put that one on the turf. Able to recover. Third and 28. Make it fourth and a mile. And here comes Luke Kaufman yet again on the punt. So Walker back to receive this kick yet again. Battle running backs, a battle of punters here tonight. Kaufman getting the better of that in that department. Walker back at the 40-yard line of Santa Barbara. Kaufman. Coach Perry Jaleka really singing the praises of his kicker. High snap. Kaufman able to recover. Bit of a shank on this kick. Going to get a friendly bounce here for Antelope Valley. That's going to get a little bit past midfield, bounce down to the 49-yard line, and that's where Santa Barbara will take over with excellent field position. 11:35 to go in the second quarter. You are watching SCFA football live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Week 5. There's laundry on the field, so let's see what this flag is going to be about. Still waiting to hear about the flag. Meanwhile, two other games going on here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Antelope Valley, of course, hosting Santa Barbara. College of the Canyons hosting Golden West. This is going to go against Santa Barbara. Holding on the return. They're back at the 39-yard line. Are the Vaqueros. I'll take over there. Well, haven't really seen a big sample passing the football here tonight from third-string quarterback Jacob Villarreal. This is a huge run for Tamir Walker. Walker nearing or probably surpassing the 100-yard mark on the night. Let's see this halfback toss here to Walker. Just a big run, good hole, good vision, good burst. Looked like he went out at the 31. Back to live action. Walker again. Walker had a ton of success in the second drive. Still netted 0 points after a missed 33-yard field goal, but get some numbers to you here shortly. I have to believe that Tamir Walker is over 100 yards on the night. That a 3-yard carry up to the 35. 2nd and 7 now here for the Vaqueros. Again, offset eye, man in motion. That's Foster. Villarreal will go to the passing game. He's looking for his fullback. It's Clifton Taylor. Taylor on the reception. I want to say he's just short of first down yardage. Going to have him out at the 30-yard line. It's about the 29.5-yard line. So 3rd and short, and you have to believe it, down 14-0 here. This could be 4-down territory for the Vacs. Tolson near side, one-on-one. Man in motion, that's Foster. Handoff inside. This is not going to get to the first down marker. This is going to bring up 4th down. Well, I think the thinking there is see if we can pick up the first here. If not, we're just going to go at it one more time. You're down 14-0, and you need to sustain a drive here. No gain on the play. Going to set up 4th and 2. And do you maybe go with a little misdirection here? Perhaps a jet sweep. Or maybe give it to the up back, catch the defense a little bit on their heels. Let's see what they go with. Foster on the outside. Tolson in the slot. Power formation here, offset eye yet again. And we're going to call a timeout here for Antelope Valley. They're going to want to talk things over. Big moment in the ball game here for the Marauders. 9:47 to go. Second quarter, 14-0. Antelope Valley on top of Santa Barbara College. Fourth and 2 for Santa Barbara. First half for the Vaqueros has been the Tamir Walker show. Let's see if they go to Walker. They do on the toss. Walker with first down yardage and just a little bit more. They'll give him the 26, move the chains. That was the second timeout taken by the Marauders, so they're down at their final timeout here in the first half. But I think they'll take the scoreboard reading at 14-0. Tolson one-on-one near side. Likely going to be a run again. And indeed, Walker over the right tackle. Still on his feet, makes a spin past the first down marker, and he is down near the 15-yard line. Another solid run for Tamir Walker. Give him the 15, 11-yard chunk play on 1st and 10. Another first down coming up for the Vaqueros, moving the football at will. Now remember, very good inside the red zone are the Marauders. But let's see if they can hold Santa Barbara here to just 3. 129 yards, I'm being told, on the night for Tamir Walker. Walker again, this time over right tackle. Not much doing there. Will pick up positive yardage on the play. They'll give him 3. Down to the 14. And check that. They'll give him the 13-yard line. So a pickup of 2. 2nd and 8 now for the Vaqueros. And we'll have a timeout called this time by Santa Barbara. 8:19 to go in the second quarter. And the Vaqueros driving when we come back. 2nd and 8 here. Again, Walker looking to pass it, just going to take it out of bounds, and he will get crushed by Elijah Campbell, first man there for the Marauders. Walker takes a big hit going out of bounds. Probably should have got rid of the ball. Instead, going to be a loss on the play of about 4. It'll be 3rd and 12 now here for Santa Barbara. So botched play there for the Vaqueros. Go back to the replay here as we missed it on the live shot. Apologies. This time going to go to Clifton Taylor. Taylor showing some good quickness in the hole. Not going to pick up much there. 4th down coming up, and here comes the field goal unit. And again, this is likely going to be a 33-yarder. First time out, 33-yarder was missed by Martin Alstrom. 7:15 in counting. That kick up and good. Santa Barbara on the board with a field goal. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Second 33-yarder from Alstrom is good. 14-3, second quarter, 7:08 remaining in the first half. Santa Barbara trailing Antelope Valley. We'll be back. .708 remaining. This one will be taken out of the end zone, 8 yards deep. And this one past the 25-yard line. That looked like Clifton Jordan. Let's see if we can get a number here. And indeed, Jordan takes it out. They're going to give him the 22-yard line. So let's see if the Marauder offense can get back on track. Looked pretty good after Jordan hooked up with Brian Adams from 15 yards out. Russell in the backfield, and check that. That is not Russell. That was Jacoby Bordeaux. And Bordeaux with a nice run. 5-yard gain on first down, 2nd and 5. They'll give him 6. 2nd and 4 coming up for the Marauders. McDonald one-on-one near side, working against Tyree Barton. Jones in the slot. He will go to McDonald. McDonald pass is complete. That will be good for a first down. It looked like McDonald went out at the 35-yard line. Indeed, moved the chains for Antelope Valley. Second leading receiver on the year is McDonald, but through our coverage has been the most targeted and the favorite receiver of Brian Adams. A low snap, and have to get the snap game going. If you're Antelope Valley, the play starts there, and second time we've seen Adams have an issue with the snap from the center position. Adams able to get back to the line of scrimmage and not lose any yardage on the play. 2nd and 10. Adams, big gun over the middle. McDonald caught, first down at midfield. They'll give him the 49-yard line in Vaquero territory. 16-yard pickup on the play. Check that. Yep, 16 yards. 5:20 and counting here in the second quarter. And Adams starting to move this offense. Hand off to Bordeaux over left tackle, or Bordeaux will be hit after a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 coming up. Bell will check back into the ball game. Tony Bell. Under 5 to go here in the second quarter. Short shotgun for Adams. They hand off. No, they will go near side, in this play well diagnosed by the defense. Looked like that was Francis Jordan. First man to get to Darren Logan. Little misdirection attempted there by Antelope Valley. Bottled up for a loss of 2, 3rd and 11. Looks like 3rd and 10. Man in motion across the formation. Not going there. This is going to be thrown into the turf at the feet of Tony Bell. Punting situation coming up here for the Marauders. Adams had a man come free. It looked like that might have been either Olgiati or, no, Nakota Shepard-Creer coming through on a blitz. So Kaufman back on the punt, and Tamir Walker back to receive this kick yet again. Kaufman, a directional kick, fair kick or fair catch, signaled by Walker. 16-yard line. Well, they'll give him the 15. That's where the Vaqueros will take over. 4:03 remaining in the second quarter. 14-3 Antelope Valley. Well, a couple of bright spots on that drive. Couple of completions to Derek McDonald. But in the end, it's a punting situation for Luke Kaufman. And Santa Barbara will take over. Again, triple header coverage here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Saddleback hosting Mount Sac. Mount Sac up 21-0 in that one. Penalty on the play. They're going to mark off some yardage going against AVC. So we'll start this thing at the 30-yard line of the Vaqueros. Early movement, back them up 5. Athletic Director Tom Gang in the press box here at Antelope Valley. .403 remaining here in the second quarter. Antelope Valley with a hold of this one, 14-3. On top of the visiting Vaqueros from Santa Barbara. Play action, Villarreal over the middle. That pass incomplete. Looked like R.J. Tolson, instead of squaring in, was looking to run a post. Second and 15 after the incompletion. Walker met with a thud at the line of scrimmage, does fall forward 4 yards. So 3rd and 14 coming up for Santa Barbara. And we have an injured player on the field. That's going to be Jermon Sherrod. And that would be a big loss for the Marauders. Sherrod, such a huge part of this defensive unit, really the soul of the linebacking core. Sherrod is down on the field. Not sure what they're looking at here. Could have been he just got the wind knocked out of him. Had a couple of big plays early on here. We'll have an injury timeout, take a break in the action. You're watching SCFA football on SoCal College Sports. Happy to report that Jermon Sherrod walking off under his own power. Looked like he might have been favoring either his right arm. He is grabbing at his right eye. That could be an issue there. Villarreal going to have to step up in the pocket. He'll slide down at the 30-yard line. Will gain no more on 3rd and a mile. And another punt coming up for Olgiati and company for Santa Barbara. Obviously, you have to be concerned about, after big hits, about potential head injuries, and wonder if they're looking at Sherrod on the sideline about something like that. Also, could have been just got his bell rung or maybe the wind knocked out of him. Paris Jones back to receive this kick. For Antelope Valley will have early movement, so back it up another 5 here. 2nd penalty on this drive against the Vaqueros. 3:05 to go here in the 2nd quarter. 14-3 Antelope Valley on top of Santa Barbara. Both teams coming in with a single win on the season. Opening week win for both teams. Glendale for Antelope Valley, Compton for Santa Barbara. The Vaqueros 1-3 on the season. Antelope Valley 1-2 after their week 3 bye. Nearly blocked by DeLon Smith. Smith already with a pick 6, looking for a play on special teams. Nearly had that one in his mitts. But pretty good punt there from Olgiati. Will back up the Marauders to their own 45. "31-yard punt. Under 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 2. So the Marauders will take over at their own 45. Adams hands off to Tony Bell. Bell inside with a jump tuck to his left in the middle. Picks up 3. Tony Bell very shifty in the hole. Good power, good speed, great quickness. He has a future at the next level, that's for sure. Low snap there. Adams going for it all. Has McDonald. McDonald laying out. Unable to come away with it. Oh, wow. We'll see the replay here. Maybe that threw him off just a little bit, and that one nearly hauled in. We'll see it one more time. Aired it out, and McDonald nearly came away with it. Back to live action. Bell to the right of Adams. 3rd and 7. Adams is going to lower the head. He's past the 50-yard line, takes a big hit. They'll give him the 49, but no more needed the 45. We have an injured player on the field. That looks like perhaps Olgiati. And we do have an injured player. Indeed, that is Olgiati. 2:10 remaining in the second quarter. Another injury timeout. We'll be back in a moment. After the injury timeout, punting situation for Antelope Valley as Coffin comes on yet again. Walker back to receive this punt. Coffin puts this one up in the air. Where the Vaqueros will take over. Little misdirection there from Walker. So 1st and 10 from their own 11 for the Vaqueros. Trailing by 2 scores. Villarreal rolling to his right, has a man, fires that one over the head. Looked like that was Tolson, the intended target. Check that groper. And you wonder at what point will Antelope Valley turn the dogs loose. German Sherrod, happy to report, back into the ball game. You have to figure that he just got his wind knocked out. That is the worst. Very incapacitating in any sport, especially football, you have to imagine. Villarreal, play action, stepping up under duress, and he'll just fall forward. There for Villarreal goes down for a loss of 3. 3rd and 13 coming up for the Vaqueros. 1:25 and counting here in the opening half. Second quarter, 14-3. Antelope Valley leading Santa Barbara. Live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Week 5 SCFA football triple header here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. College of the Canyons hosting Golden West. We'll get a score for you shortly. Also, Saddleback getting throttled at home by Mount San Antonio College, 28-0 right now. They're nearing the end of the first half. Right now it's 3-0. COC on top of Golden West. Timeout on the field. 53 seconds to go in the second quarter. We'll be back in a moment. 53 seconds to go here in the first half. 3rd and 13 for the Vaqueros. Handoff to Walker. And nothing doing there as the Vaqueros call their final timeout here of the first half. I want to check that the Marauders will call their final timeout of the first half. And see if they can maybe run the 2-minute drill here. They will get excellent field position. Get some scores from around the SCFA here for you. We know it's 3-0. College of the Canyons hosting Golden West. Ulstrom. Jones can't really do much there. The last defensive series for Santa Barbara, so Ulstrom, the place kicker, comes on to punt this one away. Does a pretty good job. Gets some hang time under that. Jones has no chance for a return. The Marauders will have it at the 45-yard line of Santa Barbara, and that's where they will take over to see if they can pad their lead here at the end of the first half. Adams in the shotgun, near side, has a man. That pass is complete. Jalen Miller. Miller, the only other Marauder to catch a touchdown pass from Adams on the season. That one, the only points scored in week 2 versus Santa Ana. Big play there. 35 seconds. Big hit. Ball is on the deck. Santa Barbara has it. Santa Barbara coming free here. And we'll see the replay as Adams had no chance. Looked like that was Daniel Zimmerman possibly forcing the fumble. Turn and check that was Daniel Ekstrom forcing that ball loose. So 30 seconds to go. Haven't really seen much in the passing game here from the Vaqueros. You wonder, might they be content to just let it ride? 14-3, a lot of time here for Villarreal. Pass is complete on the far side. That one caught by Leland Groper. Groper, no timeouts remaining. They stopped the clock momentarily to move the chains. Now the clock is running. And that was not a first down, only an 8-yard carry or gain on the play. Villarreal going to be wrapped up. Nearly goes to the turf. Now he'll go down as he's tackled from behind, that time by Bradley Brown. And that will do it for the first half. 14-3. We go in at the end of 2. About 6 minutes away from the second half and third quarter here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Antelope Valley hosting Santa Barbara. The Marauders with a 14-3 at the half lead on top of the Vaqueros. 14-3, we enter the third quarter. Antelope Valley with an 11-point lead on top of Santa Barbara. You are watching SCFA Football Week 5 edition, live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Things got going early for the Marauders. A pick six from DeLon Smith, SCFA Player of the Week in Week 1 versus Glendale. Rumbled one back to the house. And then a 15-yard hookup. This is Jalen Purdue on the return. He's going to get out to around the 25-yard line. I believe that's where they will mark him. A little extracurricular. You got to be careful here. No flags on the field. I believe it was Clifton Jordan. Or check that, Tyler Presley, rather. On the hookup outside. Presley from Daleville High School in Daleville, Alabama. A player that Coach Jaleka spoke very highly of. And we have a fumble recovery on the play. So a fumble and a recovery here by Santa Barbara. And Santa Barbara will get the opening possession on offense. Off. And the Vaqueros in business early here, third quarter. Offset eye yet again, handoff. And a nice solid run again by Tamir Walker. Walker with 129 yards in that first half. Really the do-it-all man for the Vaqueros. Not a lot of passing, especially after that pick six on the initial drive. For Santa Barbara. 2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line of AVC. Can that defense tighten up? Walker, again, he'll go down for about 3 yards, down to the 17-yard line, 3rd and short coming. Your points, you're down by 2 scores. Can make it a one-possession ball game. Remember, Olstrom missed from 33, made one from 33. He's at about that yardage right now. From here, be about a 34-yarder. Should they not pick up a first. Walker hit initially, spins forward. Looks like they have him marked at the 17-yard line, so no gain on the play. Great job defensively by the front unit of Antelope Valley. The offense at the moment staying on the field, and I believe they will go for it. Fourth and 2. They need the 15-yard line. Do the Vaqueros. Foster in motion across the formation. Hard count will induce 5 yards going the other way. This should be an automatic first down. You just can't have it. Now, will they say that there was movement on Santa Barbara inducing the contact? No, it will be encroachment. And an automatic first down. Take it down to the 12-yard line, and Santa Barbara again in business, and 2 costly potential miscues for the Marauders to open this second half. Have the Vaqueros 1st and 10 from the Marauder 12-yard line. Opening kickoff of the third quarter, fumbled by Antelope Valley. Recovered by Santa Barbara. And then they have 4th and 2, a hard count by the freshman Villarreal, Jacob Villarreal, 3rd-string quarterback. On 4th and 2, induces a 5-yard encroachment penalty. And a new set of downs for the Vaqueros. Out of the backfield, this one is caught by Taylor. Clifton Taylor on the reception, out at the 10-yard line. Give him 2. They'll need the 3 for another set of downs. Vaqueros can pick up a first down without scoring a touchdown here. Taylor will come off. He'll be replaced by tight end Tommy Quinn. Quinn, a big body, 6'3", 220-pound sophomore from Redlands, California. He's in motion. Coming across the left side of the formation. Big block. They're trying to go over Quinn. Walker, really nothing doing there. Barely gets back to the 10-yard line. In fact, he might have lost a yard. And indeed, it will be 3rd and 9 after 1 yard lost on that play by Tamir Walker. Trying to go to the heavy package, not doing there. And you just get the feeling that at what point do you have to uncork a pass here in the 11:30 and counting here in the third quarter. The Marauders up by 11 on top of Santa Barbara. SCFA football, Week 5, live on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Villarreal looking under pressure, will tuck and run, and he'll be thrown out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Check that back at the 11. And that's terrific pursuit there by Bradley Brown, and a great job by Brown of really letting go of the tackle as his body and his momentum was carrying him out of bounds with Villarreal. You know, if he keeps on shoving forward, that could have been a personal foul call for Martin Alstrom. Alstrom 1 of 2 on the night. Missed one from 33, made one from 33. It's 14-3 right now, pending this field goal here. Kick is up, looks good, is good, and it's 14-6. So a costly turnover, but the damage mitigated here by the defense as they hold Santa Barbara to just 3. It's now a 1-score ball game as Antelope Valley has their lead cut to 8, 14-6. 10:49 remaining in the third quarter. You're watching SCFA football on SoCal College Sports. The wind starting to swirl here. As the evening rolls in to Lancaster. Broadcasting live from the campus of Antelope Valley College. Mike Cepeda with you on CollegeSports.com. Jeff Storinoff with the call at Saddleback. That kick, a good one from Alstrom, that's going to go back out of the end zone. It will be a touchback, and the Marauders will take over at their own 25. Call along with Ryan Wilmore, Emery Johnson at College of the Kings. We'll get some score updates from around the SCFA here for you shortly. $35-0 Mount Sac all over Saddleback. Adams, handoff, fakes the handoff. This pass is complete near side. Chunk play. Pass is complete to Darren Logan. Well, they tried to play like that earlier in the ballgame, and Logan was bottled up. That was well diagnosed earlier. Good to see Olgiati back into the formation for Santa Barbara. New set of downs here for the Marauders as they have it at their own 43-yard line. 18-yard gain on the play. Bell over the left tackle, trying to bounce it to the outside. Did he get back to the line of scrimmage? They will give him a yard. 2nd and 9 now here for Antelope Valley. Presley lined up near side. Presley at the bottom, McDonald at the top. Jones in the slot, getting some directions from Sammy Santiago. It's going to be a flag on the field. Is this going to be a delay game? Did the clock get down to 0? Looks like an illegal formation. Looks like Paris Jones had come over and then moved along with Sammy Santiago. Can't have that happen. Santiago will come out, and he will be replaced by Ian Bruckner. Short shotgun against 2nd and 14 now. Handoff inside to Bell. Bell, good hard running. Looking to get back to the original line of scrimmage. He'll be a yard short of that, up to the 42-yard line. 3-yard carry on that play. 3rd and long coming up for the Marauders. 9:45 to go in the 3rd quarter. Bruckner comes off. Back into the ball game, Paris Jones, along with Jalen Miller. Presley at the bottom. Adams will go to work. A lot of time over the middle. Has McDonald. McDonald bobbled the ball, and then he receives it with first down yardage at the 42-yard line in Vaquero territory. See if we can catch this one again. Good solid throw. Secure that ball before it hits the turf. And it's a new set of downs here for Antelope Valley, coming up on the 9-minute mark in the 3rd quarter. Well, the Marauders have not been very good on 3rd down this year, but they convert on 3rd and 12 on that play. Adams looking for it all. Has McDonald with some room, and McDonald just overthrown. Oh, McDonald had a chance. We'll see it again here. See it one more time here as McDonald had his man beat. Back to action. Bell squirts through a hole. One man to beat. Shoelace tackle. And a touchdown saving tackle made by Isaac Lopez. Bell was thinking 6. Let's look at this run here. That's great burst there by Bell. Finds. And Lopez saving 6 momentarily. Bell again over the left side, and Bell another solid run here on 3rd and short. Another set of downs coming up for the Marauders as they are moving the football at will on this drive. Adams in the short shotgun again. Hands off. Bell up the middle. He'll be gobbled up by Chase Elliott. They'll give him a 5-yard gain up to the 25-yard line. 4-yard gain rather. 2nd and 6 now for AVC. AVC up 14-6. Looking for their first points since the 1st quarter. Boudreaux in the backfield behind Adams. Play action. Adams hit as he throws. That pass off of the turf. Jones thought that he had it. Let's see if we can see the replay here. It's not going to be overturned. We'll see the replay. This is going to be close. And it looks. And we'll have a timeout on the field. 7:06 to go. 3rd and 6 coming up for the Marauders. When we come back looking to pad their lead, they lead it by 8, 14-6. did have an injured player on the field. It was Rory Hayes. Walking off under his own power. They were checking a lower leg injury. 3rd and a long 5 for the Marauders. See if they can keep this drive alive here. Adams has a man. Looks like that's McDonald on the far side. And that one bounces off of the turf. So 2 bounce passes by Adams. And do you perhaps make this 4-down territory here? At present would be a 42-yarder for Luke Kaufman. And you certainly like the kicking game for Kaufman, but it is windy here tonight in Lancaster. And you might just take your chances here. Could we maybe see a pooch punt from Brian Adams? We'll find out right here. Miller in the slot. Adams back to pass. Looking deep. He is gobbled up defensively. Takes a huge hit up the middle. And at the turnover on downs, man, finishing it up, Matthew Molina for Santa Barbara. And we'll see the replay here as Adams gets absolutely mauled by the defense. And finishing that up, that was Chase Edley for him. And Santa Barbara will take over. Solid offensive series for the Marauders, but they come up empty. And let's see if the Vaqueros can respond from their own 30-yard line. That's where this drive will start out for Jacob Villarreal and the Vaqueros. Handoff. Walker going nowhere. He's bottled up at the line of scrimmage. Let's see if he falls forward. He does not. The ball is on the deck. And I wonder if they maybe determine if the forward progress of the runner had been stopped. I think that will be the ruling on the field. Injured player for the Marauders, Devontae Wright, hobbles off of the field. He'll be tended to by the training staff. 2nd and 9 coming up for Santa Barbara. .6:15 and counting here in quarter number 3. Antelope Valley leading this one by a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Foster in motion across the formation. Comes across the left side. Handoff again to Walker. Walker right up the gut. Good hard run past the 40-yard line. He has the first down +2. And that will move the chains for the Vaqueros. They're in the 3rd quarter at Santa Clarita. College of the Canyons on top of Golden West 12-0. Defensive battle there. Another player hobbles off here for Antelope Valley. It's Ezekiel Lawrence. And the numbers continue to pile up here for Tamir Walker. We'll try to get a stat figure for you before we enter the 4th quarter. Villarreal looking for it all. Has Foster trying to get one dropped in the breadbasket. Some contact at the end of that play between Foster and Jalen Purdue. Purdue turning his head around at the final moment and not drawing a flag, a 50-50 ball. Thought that was a pretty good pass put out there by Jacob Villarreal. Had some time, but that one incomplete. We'll see it again here. Villarreal. Upon further review, I thought Miller did not, or Purdue rather, did not get his head around there. That easily could have been flagged for interference, but we play on. Sans the interference call. Villarreal under duress. Throws it down the field. This pass is nearly intercepted. D'Lo Smith all over it. Intended for R.J. Tolson. Flag on the field, and is this perhaps going to be a roughing the passer penalty? Was that Villarreal that got hit out of bounds? Well, we saw Devontae Wright come off earlier in this drive. He's back out onto the field, and he was the one in pursuit of the player that's now out of bounds. And was that Jacob Villarreal? I don't see him in the huddle. We await word. and indeed will be against the Marauders, and indeed that is Jacob Villarreal being tended to on the sideline. Well, the next man up going to be Nick Foster. Okay, it looks like Franco DeLuca. So DeLuca, the fourth QB used this season for the Vaqueros, will hand off to Tamir Walker. Well, what a luxury it is to have a running back like Tamir Walker. Devontae Wright, the first man to Walker on that play. Minimal gain on the play, maybe half a yard. At the 47-yard line in Marauder territory after the personal foul penalty. Villarreal knocked out of this ball game. Return is questionable. Franco DeLuca now your new quarterback for Santa Barbara. Tolson up top, Foster at the bottom. Taylor in the offset eye, Tamir Walker in the back. DeLon Smith bluffing at a blitz. Walker met by Smith. Walker churning forward, and the numbers continue to pile up for Tamir Walker. Walker, freshman from Woodside High School in Newport News, Virginia. And this Vaquero offensive line continues to open up gaping holes across the front of the formation for Tamir Walker, nearing 200 yards on the ground. But might it be in a losing effort? Both teams looking for their first win since week 1. Antelope Valley with a win over Glendale. Santa Barbara with a win over Compton. Neither team has won 6, 0-5 combined since week 1. Remember, Antelope Valley with their bye week in week 3. Foster comes across the formation, now in the slot on the left. Walker, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Walker, another carry, this one for 3 yards. 2nd and 7 coming up. Well, we've seen flashes offensively for the Marauders, but they have been really unable to finish a lot of their drives. They only have 7 points offensively. 7 of the points on the board right now for the Marauders, courtesy of DeLon Smith, with a pick 6 on the opening offensive series of the ball game. Foster in motion. Walker again, up the middle. They can't stop it. Walker up ahead to the 24-yard line. They need the 22 for first. Wright will come off. Will be replaced by Isaiah Hayward. Jermon Sherrod will also come off. College of the Canyons up 19-0 on top of Golden West. They're in the third quarter. Same look. Let's see if we get a different result here. And we do. Huge hit up front. First man there, John Robinson. Wow. Let's see this violent collision on 3rd and short. Walker looking for a first, and Robinson said, not on my watch. So this will be a 41-yard field goal attempt by Martin Ahlstrom. Missed one from 33 earlier this evening. This one wide left and no good. The 1:39 remaining here in the third quarter. The lead remains 8 for the Marauders, 14-6 on top of Santa Barbara. Presley back at the bottom of your screen. 3 wide. Bell to the right in the shotgun for Brian Adams. Adams with some time, looking across the formation. That pass is complete for a minimal gain. Darren Logan. Logan will pick up 2, 2nd and 8. Terrific tackle there by Olgiati. Quarter, 1:15 to go. Mount Sac all over Saddleback, 42-0. Check that, 42-7. That pass complete and then not complete. Jalen Miller had it in his mitts and then it had it bounce out. Well, the pass was complete at first. It's a great job there. Adams put it right on the numbers. But Miller not doing his quarterback any favor. They go back to Paris Jones. Jones on 3rd and long up to the 31-yard line. They needed the 34. And a quick 3 and out for the Marauders. Great job defensively here in response to the missed field goal by the Vaqueros to get their offense back onto the field. You have to figure Marauders probably going to punt this one. Let's see if they take the 5. No. Likely going to wait. This one away. This is a booming kick. Walker takes it inside of his 20, and he is met with authority at that 20-yard line. Raymond Womack playing some of that old Raymond Womack. Probably no relation to Bobby. Could be, though. 9 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 14-6. Marauders on top of the Vaqueros. On SoCalCollegeSports.com's live coverage, SCFA football Week 5 triple header coverage this evening here on SoCal College Sports. Mount Sac all over Saddleback, 42-7. They're in the third. Golden West being shut out by College of the Canyons. Last we checked, 19-0 in that one. Handoff inside again to Walker. Handed off by Franco DeLuca. Remember, Jacob Villarreal, the freshman, knocked out of this ball game on the last drive. So in comes freshman Franco DeLuca from Chicago, Illinois, out of Wheeling High School. That was the final play of the third quarter, and we go into the fourth, 14-6. Antelope Valley on top of Santa Barbara. Second and 8 here for the Vaqueros, trailing it by 8 as we start the fourth quarter. Here from Lancaster. Halfback toss to Walker. That has been a very successful play tonight. Yet again here for Santa Barbara. A little extracurricular on the far side as Walker picks up a first down. Big chunk play for him. He'll rule him out. Looks like about the 41-yard line. Still in Vaquero territory, but another big run for Tamir Walker. So again, Tamir Walker, likely over 200 yards at this point. It's been old Tamir Walker really this evening. Freshman running back from Newport News, Virginia. That ball on the deck. miscommunication between the freshman Franco DeLuca and his center. Santa Barbara able to fall on it and retain possession, but it'll be 2nd and 10. Perhaps a loss of a half a yard, so 2nd and a long 10 here for Santa Barbara. The clock continues to wind down here. Well, you kind of had a sense before Villarreal got knocked out of this ball game that he was starting to see the game slow down for him. Had a pass that was incomplete. It was long, but it looked like it was one that was on the money. Could have been interfered with. It's all for naught at this point, but it was a good pass under duress. And then he gets knocked out of this ball game. When you have that lack of continuity, especially at the quarterback position, oftentimes good things do not happen for your offensive unit. In comes freshman Franco DeLuca, the 4th quarterback used this season for the Vaqueros. Lost their opening day starter, I believe, in week 1, and then last week they lose their 2nd stringer. So Walker again, nice move to his left, cracks it outside to his right. Another big first down run for Tamir Walker. Literally getting out of bounds. 44-yard line now in Marauder territory are the Vaqueros. Brilliant run there from Tamir Walker. Walker again over the right side. Can't break it outside. Trying to squirt forward and fall forward. See if he got back to the line of scrimmage. He's to the 45. Was at the 44. So loss of 1 on the play. 2nd and 11 now for the Vaqueros. .12:15 and counting here in the 4th. This is going to be illegal formation, I believe, or early movement on the Vaqueros. Either way, they're backing them up 5, 2nd and 16 after the penalty. El Camino on top of Moore Park earlier today, 23-13. 28-21, Allen Hancock over Citrus. That was at Citrus. In Glendora, West LA over Glendale, 29-12. Fullerton over Ventura, 33-28, and a barn burner. Fullerton with 13 in the 4th to eke out that win. So Ventura falls from the ranks of the unbeaten versus the top team in the country. Palomar over Grossmont earlier today, 35-24. Chaffee all over Compton, 85-0. San Bernardino Valley, 49-6 over Pasadena City. Bakersfield on top of Orange Coast. They're at the half, 17-0. Long Beach, who got throttled last week, versus Riverside, coming back in a big way at Cerritos, 31-19. LA Harbor on top of Mount San Jacinto, 16-6. They're at the half. 40-14 Riverside over San Diego Mesa. Lone loss on the season for Riverside, I believe, was versus Fullerton. We're going to have full false start here on 3rd and 14, go against the Vaqueros. So the hill becomes steeper to climb. Southwestern on top of ELAC, 17-0. That's at ELAC. And that's all the scores that we have available. Under 11 to go in the 4th quarter. And the Marauders clinging to an 8-point lead. Walker again up the gut. Not going to be able to pick up the first down, and very likely the punting unit will come on here for the Vaqueros. Devontae Wright in on the tackle. We have the bye week next week. No coverage on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Stay tuned to the website www.socalcollegesports.com. That one nearly blocked Delon Smith. Not a shocker, I know. In the middle of that fray. Good putt down inside the 20. They'll mark it off at the 19-yard line. 10:07 to go. The Marauders take over. .29-yard punt on the play from Olgiati. Bell trying to figure out where he wants to go. Now split to the right of Adams. Adams has to step up in the pocket. He's pocket under duress. Adams going to have to fall forward. This is going to be a sack and a loss on the play. Terrific defensive pursuit there by Santa Barbara. Only a loss of 1 on the play. We'll see the replay here. As it was a blitz from the near side. Molina in pursuit there. Back to live action. Adams going for McDonald. There's some contact there, and here comes the flag. Easy call made by Ron, going against Ron Coretti Jr. I don't really know what the argument is about, because when you look at it here on the replay, clearly McDonald. See it one more time as we see Coretti just all over. Didn't even have his helmet turned back. And McDonald getting a bit of a jailbreak here, so that will result in a new set of downs here for the Marauders. Looking to salt this game away. 9:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. 8-point lead for Antelope Valley. After the penalty, at their own 34-yard line, handoff will go to Bell. Bell still on his feet, looking to cut it back. Barely gets back to the line of scrimmage, up ahead to the 35, was at the 34. So give him a gain of 1. McDonald, the deep threat. Michael Francis has come over in coverage. And they switch Coretti up to the top. Coretti working on Presley. Presley with a touchdown catch earlier in this one. 8:30 and counting here in the fourth. They go to McDonald. McDonald has a reception at the 41-yard line. That'll be good for 6 yards, so third and manageable now for the Marauders. Third and 3 to be exact here. Adams inside to Bell. Bell squirts through. Looks like he's near first down yardage. They're going to give him forward progress to the 44, and they're going to move the chains. What a job here by Tony Bell. As we'll see the replay here, Bell able to get some yardage after first contact there and squirts through. Yeah, and indeed he was ahead up to the 44-yard line. They give him the 45, and they move the chains, and the Marauders will be able to salt away some more time in this one. Adams, quick drop. McDonald on a quick post, still on his feet. One man to beat. Past the 40-yard line in Vaquero territory. They tackle him at the 38-yard line. Another first down from Adams to McDonald. When in doubt, go to McDonald. Brian Adams, his security blanket here this season. Under 7 to go in the fourth. A methodical drive put together here by the Marauders to potentially put this game away. Give Kaufman a chance. If you can put it in for 6, that's great. Make this a 2-score ball game right now. Touchdown and a 2-point conversion ties this one up. Bell ricochets off like a pinball. And instead of going north and south, he goes east and west and loses yardage on the play. They'll give him forward progress, but a loss of 1 on the play. He was at the 38-yard line. Back now to the 39, 2nd and 11 for the Marauders. Under 6 to go. McDonald, wide receiver screen, near side. He's near the 30-yard line. Check that. They'll mark him down at the 28, or check that, the 32 rather. Excuse me. They need the 28 for the first. Seven-yard gain on the play. 3rd and 4. There's a big 3rd down in this ball game here. A chance for the Vaqueros to possibly get the ball back. They'd be working against a short field, or a long field rather. Obviously, no sense of urgency here to get a playoff. For the Marauders, they want to salt away as much clock as possible. Adam pump fakes, looking down the field, up the seam, looking for Jalen Miller. And Miller, ball overthrown by Adams. And do you possibly leave the offense here on the field? Well, I wonder if they'll try to induce a 5-yard penalty. It's 4th and 4. Plenty of time on the game clock. No, they go. Adams, low snap. Pass nearly completed to McDonald. It was on his mitts. It's a turnover on downs. What a turn of events. That was for sure 6 on the board for the Marauders. Missed opportunity for Antelope Valley. We'll see it again on with the composure to get the pass off on the money into the numbers and into the hands of McDonald's, but McDonald could not finish the play. So with 4:58 to go in this one, it's a turnover in downs, and the Vaqueros with a pulse. Back to Tamir Walker. Walker getting nothing on this one. In fact, he's going to lose yardage. He's going to lose 3 on the play. 2nd and 13 coming up for the Vaqueros. Both teams with all of their timeouts in this one. That pitch toss has been brutal against the Marauders here tonight, and they knew it was coming, and they were ready. So at what point do you let loose with Franco DeLuca? Walker in motion. And we're going to have a timeout called here by Antelope Valley. Did not like the look of their defense, a little confusion. And they will take their first timeout of the second half. We'll do the same. 4:19 to go. Got a good one here in Lancaster. Second and 13 after the timeout called defensively by the Marauders. They lead it by 8, 14-6. The Vaqueros with their 4th QB of the season out on the field right now, Franco DeLuca, and DeLuca will keep it himself. And pick up 4 on the play. It's going to set up 3rd and long for Santa Barbara. It's been the one player that we thought that we would see here tonight was Malik Whitehead. Not sure why he's not available, but a burner on the outside showed pretty well against College of the Canyons earlier this season. Walker bottled up, and he is bowled over big time by John Robinson. All over Walker. Walker might have lost a yard. Did he get back to the line of scrimmage? No. Well, they say that he does get back to the 34-yard line, but 4th and 8 now, and here comes the punting unit. You can afford to do this with still 3 timeouts remaining, but the margin for error is so much slimmer now than it was just a few moments ago after the turnover on downs. Jones receives this one. Not trying to do anything too fancy with it. The Marauders will take over at their own 31-yard line. You can watch this game in its entirety on our YouTube channel, SoCal College Sports 1. 3 games tonight. College of the Canyons hosting Golden West and Mount Sac at Saddleback. Huge win in the making for the Mounties. Tony Bell breaks loose. Big run up to the 43-yard line. 12-yard gain on the play. First down for AVC. It's a hard-fought win for the Marauders should this score hold up. Well, 2.5 to go. We're in the 4th. Clock continues to wind here. Santa Barbara not electing to use any of their timeouts, or they're waving up the white flag. 1-on-1 near side. Michael Francis on Derek McDonald. They're just going to run it again with Tony Bell. Bell cracks it to the outside, able to pick up 4. Just such burst. As soon as Tony Bell finds what he's looking for, he gets there in a hurry. Under 2 to go. $1:58 remaining in the 4th quarter. Timeout Santa Barbara. They trail it by 8. The Marauders with the ball. It's 2nd and 7 when we come back. Second and 7 here for Antelope Valley. Bell snap, not very good. Adams barely able to get it off to Bell. Big loss of yardage on the play. Could have been a disaster there for Antelope Valley. But Adams able to get the ball off to his running back. We'll go back to it. Just a poor snap again. Another timeout on the field. 1:49 to go. And after that big loss, 3rd and 17 now. I wouldn't expect anything too fancy here from Antelope Valley. They just want to get out of this one with a win. believe it was Antelope Valley and Victor Valley last year that went 6 overtimes here. Bell, handoff, trying to bounce it to the outside, being pursued by Olgiati, and Olgiati will bring him down to the 31-yard line. Loss of 5 on the play. And the final timeout taken by Santa Barbara with 1:40 in it. Luke Kaufman with an opportunity here to shine yet again here on special teams for Antelope Valley. Very dependable in the kicking game is Luke Kaufman. Well, this game could have been over quite a while ago. Missed opportunity between Adams and Derek McDonald. A pass that hit him in the hands in stride, and he just flat dropped it. And now Kaufman contact with the punter. I don't think this is going to be roughing the kicker. This is probably going to be running into the kicker. No return on the play with Tamir Walker. Ball finds itself on the 25-yard line in Vaquero territory. Let's wait on the flag. Personal foul. And instead of running foul and a new set of downs for the Marauders, no timeouts remaining, and that will likely do it. Wow. Well, that's the ball game. With 1:32 to go, the Vaqueros had a chance to get the ball back with pretty good field position, but a roughing the kicker penalty will breathe new life into this offensive possession for the Marauders, and they can just run it out in victory formation. So the clock can't stop here. Well, Coach Jaleka will likely agree, not a pretty win, but a win is a win against a very tough and gritty opponent in Santa Barbara City. Vaqueros came here and really did not start the game very well. A lot of missed opportunities. Huge game for Tamir Walker. But a pick six versus Jacob Villarreal off of a tip ball on the opening offensive possession. DeLon Smith rumbling into the end zone. About a 2-second differential between the game clock and the play clock. All but over here in Lancaster. First win for either team in their last 5 played. As Antelope Valley will improve to 2-2 in 2018, Santa Barbara will drop to 1-4, and it's a final. 14-6, Antelope Valley on top of Santa Barbara. Special thanks, of course, to all of the contributors to the Antelope Valley College football program, head coach Perry Jaleka and athletic director Tom Gang. I'm Mike Spetta signing off from Antelope Valley. Again, your final score, 14-6, AVC with the win here tonight in week